If you're someone who's trying to lose weight and you don't want to starve, you don't want to crash diet, by all means, this video is going to help you out because there's no crash dieting in this video and you don't have to starve yourself. There are many natural ways of actually losing weight and it's actually simple. You shouldn't have to stress yourself out at all. My dad lost over 30 pounds implementing some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. Number one is exercise. Exercising is a great way to lose weight. Why? Because you're burning calories. Having a sedentary lifestyle of just sitting down a lot is not good. You won't be burning as much calories as if you're moving, doing cardio, all that good stuff. Cardio, sweating releases toxins, which is very, very important. Being Having an active lifestyle is good for your overall health and is basically going to make you overall a healthier person. Movement is key. If you don't move as much, well, it's a problem. Right? Having a sedentary lifestyle could lead to a lot of other issues and maybe disease. You never know. Because not being active, could cause a lot of other issues. Maybe blood flow won't be as good, especially if you're someone who sits down all day. You don't do anything. Right? So movement is key. So being highly active is the way to go. It's healthy for you and you can burn a ton of calories. It's also good for your metabolism as well, especially if you do a lot of high intense exercises, right? Even quick sprints could help boost testosterone, which is very, very important. So being active is key. Another thing, and this is very common, is going on a caloric deficit. Probably one of the best ways to lose weight, especially if you're eating 4 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 calories a day. If you're actually eating that much, I mean, that again, dropping the calories and eating less could be one of the best things you can do. So eating less is probably going to be one of the best things to do. Now, again, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely probably the most common thing. Now, of course, you could change up the diet by eating more fiber. Now, fiber makes you feel full, especially when you eat foods with soluble fiber, due to the fact that it actually takes longer to digest. Fiber does take longer to digest, so eating foods with fiber, broccolis, nuts, fruits, vegetables, etc., all those are really good. Eating these whole foods, they take longer to digest and they make you feel full longer. So this is very important because usually people who eat refined carbs tend to get hungry immediately because they're, especially when you eat a bunch of garbage foods, you're getting a lot of empty calories in and you get all hungry right away. So eating more natural, high healthy whole grains or in just general foods that are less refined and less processed, right? So wheat instead of enriched wheat. It is a good example. Protein. You want to put a lot of protein in your diet. Protein foods like meat, chicken, eggs, etc. make you feel full longer. They increase satiety, which is very important because you're gonna want satiety. Most people are constantly feeling hungry and keep snacking. Avoid snacking. Very bad, right? They reduce hunger. Overeating, make you feel full longer. That's what satiety means, and protein rich foods can do that. So when we look at some of these other foods, these foods alone, right? When you cut these foods out of your diet, you're doing wonders for yourself, right? We don't want to eat these. We want to eat more protein and more whole foods because, again, they'll give you that satiety so you're not overeating and not too hungry. These foods, you're going to get hungry right after. They're empty calories. They don't really serve that much nutrition. They lack fiber. They're all sugar. It's all bad for you, right? And they have a lot of calories. You think a cookie has 100 calories or 50. Wrong. Most cookies could have upwards of 100 to 200 calories, especially those little ones right there. Those cakes could alone be 400 calories. So getting out the bad foods out of your diet not just reduces inflammation, right? You're doing better for your health. You should not be eating these kind of things. Now, I think one of the best things you could do, and my dad has done, and that is intermittent fasting. He used to eat late, super late. Like he used to eat most of his calories, 70% of his calories at nighttime. That's terrible. All right, we're talking like 11 p.m. So, by all means, intermittent fasting could be a 16-8 window, which is really, really good. This is very, very good. I think intermittent fasting not just lowers blood sugar levels, your face will look healthier, you will look younger, and your body is going to just feel better. You might even have more energy. Having a 16-8 window is very good for losing weight. So if you're definitely someone who's interested in losing weight, I think incorporating intermittent fasting is going to be really important. Most people, when they incorporate intermittent fasting, you're not going to eat as late and you're probably going to skip breakfast or delay breakfast. For example, if you sleep at 10 p.m., wake up at 6 a.m., which is a typical schedule for those who work a 9 to 5, let's say. I'll just say you sleep at 10 p.m., you wake up at 6 a.m. That's 8 hours right there. You have an 8. You go 3 hours before bed, so 7 p.m., and let's say you go 3 hours after bed. Actually, no, you would have to go a little more to be honest. But of course, if you just incorporate 16 hours, so let's say 6 p.m. and you don't eat until 10 a.m., that would be 16 hours. So basically, you would have dinner around 5:40, be done eating around 6 p.m., and then you would run those 6 hours, so 4 hours until you go to bed. That's 10 p.m. And then, of course, you wake up at 6 a.m. and you go for another 4 hours. You don't have to do this every day. Fasting isn't a everyday thing. It's something that you could do on the weekends or on days you're off, let's say. So you would incorporate a 16-hour fast, just like that. And again, you would be losing weight. It would be good for your blood sugar health because it would reduce it. Overall, you will be healthier, much better. So you can incorporate intermittent fasting in. It's very, very good. Again, you don't have to do it every day, just on the weekends if you want. It'll probably make a big difference. Overall, you could just slowly work your way up if that's difficult for you. And another thing is stress. People are always stressed out. Stress comes from many things, whether that's the wrong people, whether that's people that piss you off. Maybe it's a bad job. Maybe you're doing something you hate. Stress is a big problem. Managing your stress is going to be very important. So I would reduce stress like crazy because stress is going to increase cortisol, and you might be someone who gets very very hungry. Stress sometimes everybody's different. Some people lose weight, but it's unhealthy for you anyway. You or some people gain weight. I don't know why. Everybody's different, right? Because maybe you get angry and then you try to cope it with eating sugary stuff. So by all means, enjoy the process. You don't have to incorporate all these things at once. The best thing you could do is to slowly get rid of some unnecessary sugars and garbage foods, fast foods, restaurants. They sneak in so much stuff in there, right? A typical burger, quarter pound burger. If you make a burger at home, it's probably going to be a quarter pound of meat and some bread. That's like 400 calories. That's how much calories it was in school, and that's how much calories my burgers are usually. But at restaurants, they could go way higher due to the fact that they're cooking with oils, especially inflammatory seed oils. And on top of that, they might even put more fat in there. You don't even know what meat they're using. So you probably don't want to eat out as much. Maybe once a week, once a month, not even. So you're probably going to want to go homemade foods, start doing some meal prepping. It's very, very simple. You can still eat white rice, maybe just not every day, depending on who you are and depending on your age and other various things like that, right? And there's ways you could cook your white rice. You could always cook it and refrigerate it. You could always freeze your bread so it doesn't spike your glycemic index, even though that's another topic, something I want to get into. There's ways of going about things, and all I want to say is enjoy the process. Don't stress yourself out. The biggest things you could do is to swap out unhealthy foods. The biggest thing you could do is to not eat at nighttime. Change the eating window. Don't eat too much. Cut out the sugars, the pops, the unnecessary calories. And I think that alone is a great way to start. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos to lose weight, just ask. Let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.